Hi guys, welcome back to the Baking with the Vanilla Pod, and today we are going to bake in our pajamas because pajamas are our new outfit of the day, so why not? And today we're going to bake something really fun. We're going to make brownies, but just not regular chocolate brownies. We are making banana chocolate brownies. So I have a bunch of bananas that are overripe, and these are the best kind for baking, so I'm going to use these. Again, the recipe is simple, doesn't have flour, so if you're running out of flour, this recipe is again good for you guys. And if you are gluten-free, this recipe is the best for you. So let's get started. I've taken half cup of butter and 140 grams of milk chocolate. I'm using milk chocolate because I'm not adding any sugar to the recipe. If you're not using milk chocolate and you're using dark chocolate, then you might want to add about 2 tablespoons of sugar. You can also add 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. That will also sweeten your chocolate brownie. So I'm going to melt this in the microwave and then add 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Butter is melting. I'm going to peel these bananas and put it in a big bowl, and then I'm going to crack 1 egg. Now the quantity of bananas is basically, I'm using 3 bananas. If you don't have 3 big large bananas like that, and if you have smaller ones, you can add more eggs. So for instance, if you had just 1 large banana or 2 small bananas, increase the quantity of eggs. Use a couple of eggs instead of just 1. So now I'm going to peel them in a big bowl. Add a lot of sweetness to any kind of a recipe. That's why it's okay not to use sugar. But if you think your bananas are not that ripe and they're not really sweet, then you can add more sugar. But the combination of milk chocolate and ripe bananas is like the perfect sweetness for this recipe. And I've added a teaspoon of vanilla essence. If you don't have vanilla essence, go ahead and add maybe cinnamon powder, because cinnamon powder goes really well with chocolate and bananas. And now my chocolate is melted along with butter. Now if you don't have baking chocolate, and if you have a maybe a slab of dairy milk chocolate, you can use that chocolate as well. Just make sure it doesn't have any fruits or nuts in it, because they might burn if you're doing it in the microwave. So if you think it has like fruit or nut or something in the chocolate that you're using, just melt it over a double boiler. It would be a safer method to melt your chocolate without burning it. Now to this melted chocolate, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Whenever you add cocoa powder, make sure you sieve it, because otherwise there'll be lumps of cocoa powder in your batter. Now I'm just going to add my chocolate mixture to my banana mixture. And I'm going to mix it. Now I've just added a cup of ground almonds to my wet ingredients, and I'm going to give it a mix. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now whenever I bake with milk chocolate, I tend to add salt. In fact, you should add it whenever you make anything sweet, because salt enhances the flavor, the sweetness, and it also balances it out. So if it's really sweet, that hint of salt just balances out the sweetness. Optional, I love adding walnuts to chocolate brownie, but then if you don't have any walnuts, and if you want to add any other nuts, that's alright. But if you want to completely omit the nuts, that's fine as well. But I like the texture, so I just add about a handful of chopped walnuts. And then again, give your batter a good mix. Pour it in any greased cake tin. It can be any shape, is fine. Just make sure you grease it well, or use baking paper. 20 minutes you will have to check with your, start with 15. Just taken out the brownie from the oven, and that's how it looks. Now I'm going to let it cool down and then put it in the fridge for a couple of hours, and then cut into squares. this recipe. So the brownies will be very fragile compared to regular brownies because it doesn't have any flour in it. So you want to make sure you refrigerate the brownies once they come out of the oven and they've cooled down. Put it in your fridge for about a couple of hours and only then cut into it because they'll be really delicate. Share it with your friends and family, and also subscribe to the Baking with the Vanilla Pod. Until next time, happy baking!